Here's my coronavirus log for week 52. Details and timestamps are below, and here's the general outline.
Saturday, March 6th. Didn't feel any ill effects from my COVID vaccine yesterday. Drove out an hour and a half to Utica and was able to get the shot. It was a very well-run operation, very smooth. I was in, I was out. They had great people. They had the National Guard there, along with some. I saw the New York State Police and probably a bunch of other folks that were from all over the place. But a well-run process, and I always kind of expected, maybe going back to my Army days, get out there and have to wait in line for a long time. But I popped us right through. I was in and out probably 25 minutes, and 15 minutes of that was they had you wait after you got the shot just to make sure you didn't have any allergic reactions. So very, very efficient. Also, nicely, I didn't feel sick, or I didn't get a fever, aches, or anything like that. I hear that maybe after the second dose you might get some of that, but I had no adverse effects whatsoever last night. I know my sister got it. She's a teacher, and she got the Moderna one. I had the Pfizer one, and she said her arm was really hurting. And I was talking to one of my neighbors, and I think it was his father-in-law or something like that got one and said the same thing, that just his arm ended up really hurting. Maybe that's unique to Moderna, or maybe it's just some people have that reaction, others don't. Pretty chill day today. Took the pup for a walk. Got my steps in. Did some laundry. I put together those storage crates for vinyl, the extra shelving that I know I'm going to need. And actually at 3:00, ended up watching a live stream called The Weekender from the Hold Steady. Normally they would be in London doing another residency over there. But with COVID, they can't do it. So just like they did back in December at Brooklyn Bowl for Massive Nights, they were at Brooklyn Bowl again and did a 3:00 one. And the reason for the 3:00 is it's a convenient time Saturday night for London. So enjoyed it. God, I love those guys. It's just such a great community. They do a Zoom where you get to see everybody, and they flash stuff up on the screens in Brooklyn Bowl. I ended up on there a couple times with the dog. She's sitting across from me. And one time I was on the treadmill getting my steps in. There I am. I'm like, hi, here I am on the treadmill like a jackass. But there was people with kids and dogs and guys on freaking bikes and stuff like that. It was really a fun time. In the news, the Biden COVID relief bill passed. They had to make some modifications to it because there was some pushback from one of the moderate Democrats, Joe Manchin, out of West Virginia, strictly along party lines. So the GOP, I don't think is going to. Anyways, I don't want to even go down there. But okay, so they made some modifications to it. That's what you do. You compromise and you come up with something that you can live with. So that's good news. I think good news for America. Sunday, March 7th. Quiet Sunday. Did some laundry, took the dog for a couple of walks, listening to the Wheel of Time. Ended up level loading my vinyl across the new storage shelves that I've got in the man cave. And I actually finished WandaVision on Friday night. What a great series. And it left me wanting more. So I ended up watching the Marvel Infinity War. And then I've been watching Endgame as well. Hopefully that'll tide me over until Falcon and the Winter Snowman. And there's something ready in the oven. But Falcon and the Winter Soldier, which is going to be a week from Friday. Monday, March 8th. And we're at the part of winter where I'm freaking ready for it to be goddamn spring. It was 14 degrees when I woke up, took the dog for a walk. It was warmer at lunchtime, but windy. So I'm just sick of freezing my ass off when I walk the dog. Hey, winter lasts till April in upstate New York. It is what it is. But now's about the time when you start getting sick of it. So, especially with COVID. But update with COVID, the CDC just came out with updated guidelines for people that have been vaccinated, saying that people who've all been vaccinated can gather indoors without a mask, as far as guidelines and stuff. But they still recommend wearing a mask when you're out in public because you still could possibly transfer it, and there's still risks with the variations of the virus. But making progress. Again, I get mine next shot the 26th, and 2 weeks after that, I should be fully vaccinated because that's how long it takes. Tuesday, March 9th. It was beautiful out today. Got up in the high 40s. Nice after it being so cold yesterday morning. That's the thing with March is it gives you these little teases of spring, but you know damn well there's going to be some more winter coming. What else is going on? Cuomo, a sixth accusation came out of basically sexual harassment or inappropriate behavior. This time something at the executive mansion in Albany. So that's what I was afraid of when this came out, that it was going to suddenly open the floodgates to a bunch of accusations. He's saying he's not going to resign, but boy, how disappointing. Just at the fact that this has gone on. What else? So I didn't watch it, but Prince Harry and his wife, Meghan Markle, I think that's how you say it. But anyways, the British royalty or former royalty had an interview with Oprah over the weekend and had all these sorts of shocking allegations of basically mistreatment. Just kind of the royals just being shit. Worried about what skin tone that their baby was going to be because she's got an African-American background in her and stuff. And it's just... I don't get the whole royal family thing, and I, in particular, I don't get the American fascination with it. I mean, shit, we fought a damn war, to get rid of a king, and specifically built in preventative measures into our form of government to make sure we never had a king or a queen. So it just seems like a drain on the economy in the government for Britain, but I know how important that's a sensitive topic if you're part of the British Empire. But anyways, I don't really give a shit, but it's just sad, that you've got that kind of stuff going on. And I guess they've opted out of the royal family. They're living in California now, and of course it's a big scandal with the BBC. And it's interesting, The Economist, which I highly respect as a magazine and stuff, and it's one of my main sources of news, came out really defending the crown, which doesn't surprise me. I mean, The Economist is pretty conservative and kind of doesn't rock the boat, so it didn't surprise me that they kind of circled the wagons. What else? That's really the big news. Wednesday, March 10th. Here's Optimism for you. I just renewed my TSA Pre-check known traveler number, which allows you to get through security at the airport faster. Obviously, I can't even remember the last time I flew, but hopefully I will be flying and traveling sometime in 2021. So in the news today, a couple of big wins for Biden. So the Senate recently passed the $1.9 trillion COVID relief bill, went back to the House, passed the House today. He should sign it into law tomorrow. So that's a big win, both for him, and I think it's going to help out the country. I know it's extreme, it's a lot of money, but shit, this you haven't seen anything like this since like World War II or the Depression. Secondly, Merrick Garland got nominated. His nomination was approved as the AG. So nice one for Biden today. Thursday, March 11th, beautiful day out today. Absolutely gorgeous. It hit 60 degrees. It was crazy. Took the dog for a couple of walks. She ran into her buddy Sue, the retired teacher in the neighborhood across from us, got spoils and treats. Saw geese heading north. I know that winter's not over, but shit, you got to enjoy days like today. Hell, I even got a short sleeve shirt on, had the windows open to the house, let it air out. Actually, got to turn the heat back on before I forget. But it's a good day. President Biden signed the $1.9 trillion COVID relief bill into law today. So the check should be going out. I just tell my daughter, I'm like, you might get a check this weekend. So I think that's good for the country. What else? Good day. This is the part where I talk about music. So Wednesday this week, lucked out and ended up having two great live streams, both at a time when I didn't have something going on that I could watch them. First was Manchester Orchestra on WEQX, did a live stream with Jason Keller. And then secondly, there was a live stream of Irish band Just Mustard, who I'd seen up in Montreal a couple years ago, and really enjoyable.
Alrighty, this song's called The Goal. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. love you anymore. You've become my ceiling. Well, I don't think I love you anymore. That goal might have changed you. You don't have to hold me anymore. Our caves collapsing. Well, I don't want to be me anymore. You just breathe that moment down. 40 minutes heart attack. And I believe you're crazy. You believe that you love me. Oh, I don't want to bark here anymore. The Black Hills and the Collie. It wasn't really dangerous for us. We just catch you coughing. What the hell are we gonna do? A black mile to the surface. Oh, I don't want to be here anymore. All it tastes like poison. You can't open your eyes for a while. You just breathe that moment down. 40 miles out of homestake, and I'm trying to translate you again. And I believe you were crazy. You believe that you love me. You and me, we're a day drink. So lose your faith in me. You don't open your eyes for a while. You just breathe that moment down. You don't open your eyes for a while. You just breathe. Now I believe you were crazy. And you believe that you love me. You and me, we're a day drink. So lose your faith in me.
Quarantine Vinyl is another Irish band, the Murder Capital. A year ago, I was supposed to see the Murder Capital on this, I think it was Saturday the 14th. It was the Saturday that the world shut down. I had tickets to see them down in Philly, and then they were coming to Albany, and I had tickets to see them here as well. And I remember agonizing, like, well, it's a small venue. Maybe I could go. It's probably safe. I had tickets for Billie Eilish at the Barclays Center at the end of the month. And I was like, yeah, that's too big a venue. I'm not going to see that. But then, of course, everything shut down, and I never did get the chance to see them. They had to cut their tour short. So I'm still hoping to see them live here, maybe in 2021, maybe next year. Great band.
If I gave you what you wanted, you'd never be full. As the trappings of your boyish mind become unshakable. If I gave you what you wanted, you'd never be full. All the trappings of your romance lie within the eyes of fools, and I love it. More, more, more. More, more, more. More is less, more is less, more, more. If I put my life in my back pocket, you'd know soon that the alternating atmosphere was far outside that room. If I put my life in my back pocket, you'd know well that I kept all your belongings for the sweetness of their smell, and I love it. More, more, more. More, more, more. More is less, more is less, more, more, more. More, more, more. More, more, more. More is less, more is less, more, more. Why do you look that way? That's what you said to me. I'm an anomaly. Still, in the park that day, I sat alone in waves, and I just gave you more and more and more and more. You want
Just as an FYI, I've created Spotify playlists for both this week's music as well as all the quarantine vinyl that I've listened to. It's in the description below.
What did Craig get from Amazon?
All right, I'm actually in between meetings at work, but I got this delivery from Partisan, and I want to open it up and see what it is. I'm not sure if this is part of their vinyl club that I just signed up for. So let's check it out. And yes, it looks like it is part of the vinyl club. And more Partisan stickers, which I've got a shitload of those. So yeah, so this is the first installment of the of Partisan's record club. So this is a 2LP Femi, Kuti, and Mate Kuti Partisan Records. I do not know them, but I will get to know it. So, and I'll share some of it. So I'm glad I signed up for this record club. I mean, Femi and Mate Kute, I would have never listened to on my own. It's Afrobeat. It's a father-son with Femi being the father and Mare being the son. And actually, they come from Femi's dad was Fele Kute. They're Nigerian-born artists and educated in London. And it's really a great sound. I really enjoyed it. I'll give you a listen to both. So that was the father, Femi. Now here's the son, Mare. Again, good sound. I would have never thought to be like, oh, let me go pick up this Afrobeat double LP. Hope you enjoyed it too. All right, we got some vinyl from Sub Pop here. Nice. This is from TSA Pre. I just saw the drummer interviewed with Pint Size Punk, Arlo, earlier this week. It was really just adorable watching him interview these guys. So, but a great band, a relatively new band. They haven't even gotten to go out on tour and play live yet, but kind of in the same genre as Fontaines D.C. And actually, their lead singer, Charlie Drinkwater, did the album cover for Fontaines D.C.'s latest release. But I put them in there with Fontaines, Idols, Shame, all those.
What's the color of the CMYK home? Like listening to the sea in a shell, or boxing with knuckles bare, reading the world on your lap.
I'm not sure what this is. This might be storage things for cassettes. Oh no, I know what this is. I was like, it's awfully small for storage. This actually goes with, oh, that's kind of a cool little thing here. A little one-woman shop. Dearly beloved, this little hand stamp thing here. But this should be my matching candle to go with the big roll one my buddy bought me. Open another idol of mine. Raise a toast to Joe Strummer, the only decent teacher, lead singer of the Clash. Friday, March 12th. So my trip to Dublin in July is not going to happen. Kind of not surprised. The Fontaines D.C., the Irish band that I was going to see, they had 2 shows, and it actually got pushed out from July of 2020 to July of 2021. They just made the call to push it out to July of 2022. So I'd already booked a flight, but it's no change fee, so I'll end up updating the flight. I'll be able to cancel the hotel reservation, so kind of not surprised. Another gorgeous day out today. I'm definitely getting spring fever. I'm like, man, I want to be out and freaking just out and about and enjoying a beer or something on the patio, or go to a ball game or a show. So I will be so looking forward to April 9th, which is 2 weeks after my second shot, and I can kind of venture back out in the world. I know it's not a binary, on or off thing, but at least I'll go out some. I've been very cautious. President Biden spoke last night. Man, it's such a refreshing change to see him speak and just give an air of calm and just a responsible adult versus, the freaking, the shit show we've had for the past 4 years. What else? One thing, and this kind of not all that important, but goddamn, my work laptop runs. The fan runs all the time. It's super annoying. Here, maybe you can hear it. Let me put it down so you can actually see what I'm talking about. So it just runs constantly. Hopefully that's coming across. It's at the point where I've actually put a little ruler under there to give it a little bit of space about to get some air, but it's just the fan runs. Hey, I know that's a small struggle in the middle of this pandemic, but god damn, it's annoying. Anyways, I hope you're all safe and well. We're getting through the last legs of this, I hope. Continue to be smart out there.